CORY BOOKERAge on Inauguration Day, 51 entered race, February 1, 2019 career, currently New Jersey Senator. High school football star who went to Stanford or undergraduate and master's degrees before studying in Oxford as a Rhodes Scholar and Yale Law School, worked for advocacy and youth projects and successfully ran for Newark, New Jersey, City Council in 1998. Narrowly lost mayoral election in 2002 facing claims he was suburban and not black enough. Ran again in 2006 and won landslide on radical reform platform for troubled city, including being tough on crime, cutting budget deficit, increasing affordable housing and tackling failing schools, controversially taking a huge donation from Mark Zuckerberg for the city. Ran for New Jersey Senate seat in 2013 special election and won, one term in 2014. Family, single. Parents Carrie and Caroline were among IBM's first black executives. Brother Carrie Jr. is education advisor to New Jersey's Democratic governor. Would be first bachelor president since James Buchanan, who was in the White House from 1857 to 1861. Religion, Baptist views on key issues, self-proclaimed liberal, endorses abortion rights, affirmative action, single-payer health care, criminal justice reform, path to citizenship for dreamers, federal marijuana decriminalization, $15 minimum wage, but has also spoken against tech regulation and for long-term deficit reduction slogan, to be announced. Pete BukkErage on Inauguration Day, 39 entered race, announced formation of exploratory committee January 23, 2019 career, currently mayor of Sound Bend, Indiana. Harvard grad and Rhodes Scholar who got a second degree from Oxford before working as a McKinsey management consultant and being commissioned as a Navy Reserve intelligence officer. Elected South Bend mayor in 2011 and served in combat in 2013, won re-election in 2015. Family, came out as gay during second mayoral run and married husband Jason Glesman, a middle school teacher in 2018. Parents were University of Notre Dame academics. Surname is pronounced BukkErage. Would be first openly gay president, youngest ever president and first combat veteran since George H.W. Bush. Religion, Episcopalian views on key issues, has said Democratic Party needs a fresh start, wrote an essay in praise of Bernie Sanders' aged 17, backed paid parental leave for city employees, other policies unknown slogan, to be announced. Julian Castro age on Inauguration Day, 46 entered race, January 12, 2018, at rally in his native San Antonio, Texas. Had formed exploratory committee 2 months previously. Career, no current job. Stanford and Harvard graduate who was a San Antonio, Texas, councilman at 26 and became mayor of the city in 2009, was Obama's Housing and Urban Development Secretary from 2014 to 2016. Family, married with 9-year-old daughter, Karina, and 4-year-old son, Christian. His identical twin Joaquin, who is a minute younger, is Democratic Congressman. Mother Maria del Rosario Castro was part of radical Third Party for Mexican Americans. Father left his wife and 5 children for her but they never married. Would be first Hispanic American president, announced his run in English and Spanish, and first ever U.S. president with a twin religion, Catholic views on key issues, wants Medicare for all, universal pre-K. Action on affordable housing, will not take money from political action committees, PACs, tied to corporations or unions. Other views still to be announced. Slogan, One Nation, One Destiny. John Delaney on Inauguration Day, 57 entered race, filed papers July 28, 2017. Career, no current job. 3-time Maryland congressman, first winning election in 2012. Previously set up publicly traded companies lending capital to healthcare and mid-size businesses and was youngest CEO at the time of a New York Stock Exchange-listed firm. Family, married father of 4, wife April works for children's issues nonprofit. Religion, Catholic views on key issues, social liberal, in favor of legalized pot and gun control but not single-payer healthcare, fiscally conservative. Slogan, focus on the future. Tulsi Gabbard on Inauguration Day, 39 entered race, still to formally file any papers but said she would run on January 11, 2019. Career, currently Hawaii Congresswoman. Born on American Samoa, a territory, and therefore may be subject to questions over whether she is natural born. Raised largely in Hawaii, she co-founded an environmental nonprofit with her father as a teenager and was elected to the state legislature age 21, its youngest member in history. Enlisted in the National Guard and served 2 tours, one in Iraq 2004 to 2006, then as an officer in Kuwait in 2009. Ran for Honolulu City Council in 2011, and House of Representatives in 2012. Family, married to her second husband, Abraham Williams, a cinematographer since 2015, first marriage to childhood sweetheart Eduardo Tamayo in 2002 ended in 2006. Father Mike Gabbard is a Democratic Hawaii state senator, mother Carol Porter runs a nonprofit. Would be first Samoan American, first Hindu, first female and youngest ever president. Religion, Hindu views on key issues, has apologized for anti-abortion and anti-gay marriage views, wants marijuana federally legalized, opposed to most U.S. foreign interventions, backs $15 minimum wage and universal health care, was the second elected Democrat to meet Trump after his 2016 victory. Slogan, to be announced. Kirsten Gillibrand on Inauguration Day, 54 entered race, announced exploratory committee on Stephen Colbert's CBS show on January 16, 2019. Formal launch in front of Trump International Hotel and Tower, New York, March 24, 2019. Career, currently New York Senator. Dartmouth and UCLA law grad who was a high-flying Manhattan attorney representing big businesses, says she was inspired to enter politics by hearing Hillary Clinton speak, although she is also scion of a prominent New York Democratic political family. Won New York's 20th district, centered on Albany in 2004. Appointed to Hillary Clinton's Senate seat in 2008 and won it in 2010 special election 63-35, won first term 2012 and re-elected 67-33 in 2018. Family, married to British venture capitalist Jonathan Gillibrand with 2 sons, Theodore, 15, and Henry, 10. Father Douglas Lutnick was Democratic lobbyist, grandmother Polly Noonan was at center of Albany Democratic politics. Would be first female president. Religion, Catholic views on key issues, initially pro-gun as Congresswoman, has since reversed herself to be pro-gun control and also pro-immigration, said Bill Clinton should have resigned over Monica Lewinsky and helped force Al Franken out of Senate over groping allegations, in favor of single-payer healthcare and Medicare for all. Slogan, brave wins. Kamala Harris on Inauguration Day, 56 entered race, announced she was running January 21, 2018, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, on Good Morning America. Formally entered race January 27. Career, currently California Senator. Howard and UC. Hunter Law School grad who worked as assistant district attorney in Alameda County, California, then in San Francisco's DA's office before being elected San Francisco DA in 2003 and used it as springboard to run successively for California Attorney General in 2010, won again in 2014 and was at center of U.S. Attorney General and Supreme Court speculation but also endured a series of controversies, including over police brutality allegations. ran for Senate in 2016 and established herself on liberal wing of party family, born in Berkeley, California, to immigrant Indian Tamil mother and Jamaican father who were both academics and brought up from 7 to 18 in Montreal, Canada. Dated married San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown, when he was 60 and she was 29. Married attorney Douglas Imhoff in 2014 and has 2 stepchildren, Cole, an aspiring actor, and Ella, an art and design student. Sister Maya was a Hillary Clinton advisor and brother-in-law Tony West is Uber's chief legal counsel. Would be first female, first Indian American, first Jamaican America and first female black president. Views on key issues: social ultra-liberal who has rejected criticisms of identity politics and is running without a political action committee, which will make her reliant on small donors. Has shifted left on criminal justice reform, supports Medicare for all, pro-gun control and anti-death penalty, says illegal immigration is a civil not a criminal offense. Religion, has said she was brought up in both Baptist and Hindu tradition. Slogan: Kamala Harris, for the people. John Hickenlooper on Inauguration Day, 68 entered race, March 4, 2019 with Good Morning America interview. Career, no current job. Wesleyan University educated geologist who moved to Colorado to work in petroleum industry but was laid off and started Wynkoop Brewing Company, the first craft brew pub in 1988 in Denver's Ladue, lower downtown, area. Ran for mayor of Denver as an outsider in 2003 and won, then won a second term in 2007. Ran for Colorado governor in 2010 and won 51% of the vote. His nearest rival took 36.5%. Won re-election 49.3 to 46 in 2014, but was term limited and ended his second term in January 2019. Family, married to second wife Robin Pringle, 40, a vice president at Liberty Media Corporation, owners of SiriusXM. Divorced first wife Helen Thorpe in 2012 after 10 years of marriage. Ex-couple have son Teddy, a high school student. Born and brought up in Narberth, in the main line of Philadelphia, his father's ancestors include Civil War Union General Andrew Hickenlooper. Religion, Quaker. Views on key issues: voiced support for Green New Deal but has also been in favor of fracking, has not embraced single-payer healthcare but expanded Medicaid in Colorado, long record of being pro-gun control, pro-choice but has gone out of his way to talk about reducing unplanned teenage pregnancies, opposed to the death penalty, advocated for gay marriage. Slogan, to be announced. Jay and Sleage on Inauguration Day, 69 entered race, March 1, 2019. Career, currently Washington governor, Stanford dropout who graduated from University of Washington and Willamette University School of Law before working as a city prosecutor in Selah, Washington. First elected to Washington House of Representatives in 1989 and again in 1990, won congressional seat in 1992 elections but lost in 1994 and then had failed 1996 gubernatorial run. Returned to Congress in 1998 elections and stayed until 2012 to run for governor. Won first term 51.5 to 48.5, re-elected in 2016 by 54.4 to 45.6. Family, born in Seattle to late parents Frank, a Navy veteran and high school teacher and coach, and Adele, a Sears sales clerk, married high school and college sweetheart Trudy since 1972. 3 adult sons: Jack, a radio producer in Washington, D.C., Connor, director of a Washington state nonprofit for the disabled, and Joe, who works for King County, Washington's Department of Natural Resources and Parks. Grandfather of 3. Religion, non-denominational Protestant. Views on key issues, running to combat climate change with praise for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Green New Deal, his record in Washington, D.C. including aspiring to zero-emissions buildings and largely eliminate fossil fuel use. Vocal gun control advocate, fought Trump's ban on entry to people from 7 Muslim-majority countries, called moratorium on death penalty in Washington, supported marijuana legalization in Washington and expected to do so federally, will not take money from political action committees, healthcare position still unclear slogan, Our Moment. Amy Klobuchar on Inauguration Day, 60 entered race, announced candidacy February 10, 2019 at snow-drenched rally in her native Minneapolis. Career, currently Minnesota Senator, Yale and University of Chicago law graduate who became a corporate lawyer. First ran unsuccessfully for office in 1994 as Hennepin, Michigan, county attorney, and won same race in 1998, then in 2002, without opposition. Ran for Senate in 2006 and won 58-38, re-elected in 2012 and 2018. Family, married to John Bessler, law professor at University of Baltimore and expert on capital punishment. Daughter Abigail Bessler, 23, works for a Democratic member of New York City Council. Father Jim, 90, was a veteran newspaper columnist who has written a memoir of how his alcoholism hurt his family. Mom Rose is a retired grade school teacher. Would-be first female president. Religion, Congregationalist, United Church of Christ. Views on key issues, seen as a mainstream liberal, says she wants universal health care but has not spelled out how. Pro-gun control, pro-choice, backs $15 minimum wage. No public statements on federal marijuana legalization, has backed pro-Israel law banning the boycott, divestment and sanctions movement, spoke out against abolishing ICE slogan, to be announced. Wayne Messamidge on Inauguration Day, 46 entered race, announced March 28, 2019, formal launch March 30, 2019. Career, currently mayor of Miramar, Florida. Florida State University football star who played starting wide receiver, and graduated in 1997. Worked in construction industry as contractor and started his own company in 2007. Ran for City of Miramar Commission in 2011 and mayor in 2015, defeating 16-year Democratic incumbent and becoming first black mayor of the city. Won second term March 2019. Days before announcing presidential bid. Family, married to college sweetheart Angela Sands, 44, who is also his business partner. 3 college-aged children, son Wayne Jr. and twin daughters Kayla and Kyla. 4th child and first American-born child of Jamaican immigrant Schubert, a sugarcane cutter, and his wife Delcy, who are both deceased. Was president of the National Black Caucus of Local Elected Officials in 2018, would be first Jamaican American president. Religion, worships at the Fountain of New Life Church in Miami Gardens where he is a deacon. Views on key issues, says he is staunch advocate of gun control. Wants action on climate change and is opposed to offshore oil drilling. Opposes Trump immigration policies and proposed forcing immigration officials to get a warrant before entering city property. Yet to state position on healthcare and foreign policy. Slogan, Your Champion. BOOKERAge on Inauguration Day, 47 entered race, March 14, 2019. Career, no current job. Born Robert Francis O'Rourke. Boarding school educated Columbia grad who lived in a New York loft, playing in a punk band and doing desultory jobs and setting up an internet firm. Ran for El Paso City Council in 2005, winning re-election and serving until 2012. Ran for Congress in 2012, defeating 8-term Democratic incumbent in primary. Gave up seat to run for Senate against Ted Cruz in 2018, losing 51-48. Family, married to wife Amy Sanders, 9 years his junior, with sons Ulysses and Henry, and daughter Molly. Father Pat was longtime El Paso politician who switched from Democrat to Republican, Mom Melissa ran family-owned store in city until selling it after IRS probe. Melissa's stepfather Fred Court was one of JFK's Secretaries of the Navy. Father-in-law William Saunders is real estate developer estimated to be worth $500 million. Religion, Catholic views on key issues, wants comprehensive immigration reform to give citizenship to dreamers and a path to it for their parents, and vehemently opposes Trump's wall. Supports federal marijuana legalization. Pro-gun control including an assault rifle ban and universal background checks. Supports single-payer healthcare but with co-pays and has backed Medicaid expansion. Strongly pro-choice. Has hinted at backing breaking up tech giants, said he would have voted for impeachment in Congress if he had had the chance. Slogan, to be announced. BuKerage on Inauguration Day, 46 entered race, April 4. 2019 career, currently Ohio Congressman. High school football star who got a scholarship to Youngstown State, Ohio, but transferred to nearby Bowling Green University when his career ended in injury. Became a congressional aide, picked up a law degree, then served in the Ohio Senate, and when his former House boss Jim Traficant went to prison for fraud ran for his seat in 2002 and won. Has held District, 1st Ohio 13th then the 17th when Youngstown was redistricted, since with little opposition since. Released book on meditation in 2012 and considered running against Nancy Pelosi for minority leader. Would be only second sitting congressman elected president. First was James Garfield, also from Ohio, in 1880. Family, married first grade school teacher Andrea Zetz in 2013. Couple had a son, Brady, the following year. Zetz has a daughter, Bella, and a son, Mason, from her first marriage who Ryan says he loves like his own. Ryan's first marriage ended in divorce. He was brought up by his mom Rochelle after she and his father Alan divorced when he was 7. Religion, Catholic views on key issues, moderate who backs Medicare for all. Flipped from anti-abortion to pro-choice in dramatic fashion in 2015. Does not appear to back the Green New Deal but suggests a carbon tax. Spoken up for capitalism but is also pro-union. Advocated for mindfulness teaching in classrooms. Also flipped on gun control from A rating by NRA to strong support of anti-gun measures. Slogan, to be announced at Bernie Sanders on Inauguration Day, 79 entered race. Sources said on January 25, 2019, that he would form exploratory committee. Officially announced February 19 career, currently Vermont Senator. Student civil rights and anti-Vietnam activist who moved to Vermont and worked as a carpenter and radical filmmaker. Serial failed political candidate in the 1970s. He ran as a socialist for mayor of Burlington in 1980 and served 2 terms ending in 1989, and won a seat in Congress as an independent in 1990. Ran for Senate in 2006 elections as an independent with Democratic endorsement and won 3rd term in 2018. Challenged Hillary Clinton for the Democratic nomination in 2016 but lost. Campaign has since been hit by allegations of UL harassment, for which he has apologized, and criticized for its Bernie bro culture. Family, born to a Jewish immigrant father and the daughter of Jewish immigrant parents in Brooklyn, New York. First marriage to college sweetheart Deborah Schilling Messing in 1964, ended in divorce in 1966, had son Levi in 1969 with then-girlfriend Susan Campbell Mott. Married Yoni O'Mara in 1988 and considers her 3 children, all adults, his own. The couple have 7 grandchildren. His older brother Larry is a former Green Party councillor in Oxfordshire, England. Would be first Jewish president. Religion, secular Jewish views on key issues, openly socialist and standard-bearer for the Democratic Party's left turn, wants federal $15 minimum wage, banks broken up, union membership encouraged, free college tuition, universal health care, redistributive taxation. He opposed Iraq War and also U.S. leading the fight against ISIS and wants troops largely out of Afghanistan and the Middle East. Slogan, "Not me, us." Eric Swalwell on Inauguration Day, 39 entered race, announced on The Stephen Colbert Show, April 8, 2019. Career, college soccer scholar whose sporting career was ended by injury, who was a Capitol Hill intern in the building on September 11, University of Maryland law graduate, served as a prosecutor in Alameda County, California, where Kamala Harris worked in earlier years. He was elected to Dublin City Council, California, in 2010 and ran for Congress in California's 15th district the following year, unseating 20-seat Democrat incumbent through California's top 2 system, number 6 on the Hill's 50 Most Beautiful list in 2014. Won fourth term 73 to 27 in 2018. Would be only second sitting congressman elected president. First was James Garfield in 1880. Family, married second wife Brittany Ann Watts, a Ritz-Carlton sales director in 2016, and has a son Nelson and daughter Catherine. First marriage to Melissa Miranda ended in divorce. Born in Iowa where his father was a police chief who was fired for being too hardline, and brought up in California where the family moved in search of work. Religion, Christian views on key issues, socially ultra-liberal, has called for mandatory buyback of military-style semi-automatic assault weapons and other gun control measures. Supportive of the Green New Deal but with new jobs guarantee for fossil fuel workers, wants healthcare guarantee rather than Medicare for all. Aggressive voice for investigation of Trump. Slogan, "Go big. Be bold. Do good." Elizabeth Warren on Inauguration Day, 71 entered race, set up exploratory committee December 31, 2018. Career, currently Massachusetts senator, law lecturer and academic who became an expert on bankruptcy law and tenured Harvard professor. Ran for Senate and won in 2012, defeating sitting Republican Scott Brown. Held it in 2018 60% to 36%, was shortlisted to be Hillary's running mate and campaigned hard for her in 2016. Family, twice married, mother of 2 and grandmother of 3. First husband and father of her children was her high school sweetheart. Second husband Bruce Mann is Harvard law professor. Daughter Amelia Tyagi and son Alex Warren have both been involved in her campaigns. Has controversially claimed Native American roots. DNA test suggested she is as little as 1064th Native American. Would be first female president. Religion, raised Methodist, now described as Christian with no fixed church views on key issues, voted Republican until 1995 but has tacked left since. Pro, higher taxes on rich, banking regulation, DREAM Act path to citizenship for Dreamers, abortion and gay rights, campaign finance restrictions, and expansion of public provision of healthcare, although still to spell out exactly how that would happen. Against, U.S. presence in Afghanistan and Syria, liberalization of gambling. Slogan, to be announced. Marianne Williamson on Inauguration Day, 68 entered race, announced exploratory committee November 15, 2018. Formally entered January 28, 2019. Career, currently an author, dropped out of Pomona College, California, became part of the counterculture and anti-war movement and ran a metaphysical bookstore before publishing Spiritual Guide. A Return to Love and being praised by Oprah, sending it to #1. Published series of follow-ups and founded AIDS charity and subsequently more nonprofits including a peace movement. ran for Congress in 2014 and lost family, born to immigration attorney father Sam and housewife mother Sophie in Houston, Texas.